Hey, what's up? Brian here with the Holy Roller, playing craps on a cruise to win a free cruise, and we're going to tour the Harmony of the Seas today. Let's get to it right now.
Welcome to the Holy Roller, where it's all about playing craps and winning free cruises. I'm going to show you what it's all about, so let's get rolling.
Hey, before we get started with the Harmony of the Seas tour, I just did want to show you the brilliance of the sea next to the Harmony, so you can see the difference in the sizes of these ships. This one is around 7,000 people capacity, and this one's about 4,000 people capacity. But you can see the difference of these. I mean, this one is a little closer, don't get me wrong, but you could definitely tell a difference on these sizes. If you want to see a tour that I have of the brilliance of the sea, then check out this video and you can watch that tour as well. All right, we're on the Harmony of the Seas. Let's start up at the top at the sports deck. Here we go.
All right, let's start it off with the Flow Rider, where you can have unlimited waves. And then we have the Abyss, which is a very tall slide. I'll show you in a minute here. On the other side, you have another Flow Rider. So on one side, they do like the boogie board, and then the other side, they do a stand-up version. Some ships only have one. This one has two. And then going right down, the mini golf area is right down here, and so you pretty much just grab a ball and a putt and have fun in the sun. There's not a lot as far as sign-ups or anything like that. Oh, there's the slide there, the Abyss. How many stories is that? Like 7 stories down. It's a dry slide. It doesn't and that's the Boardwalk down there. It doesn't go too fast, that slide, but it's a dry slide. So okay, going back to the golf, you pretty much grab a putter, grab some balls, have some fun, and I don't even think it has like 1, 2, 3, 4. You pretty much just get on the court. You know. Speaking of court, what about a table court? They have ping pong tables up here, and so there's one set back there, and there's another set right up here. It's nice because you don't have to run after the ping pong ball because it's enclosed. Then you have the basketball court here. And they have different activities, pickleball, they have volleyball, and then sports bites. That is a place where, or I should say mini bites up at the sports deck.
Okay, what about the pool area and the midship area on the top deck? Let's look at it. Here we go.
For the kiddos, it is a splash away bay kind of thing. And so, yeah, they'll have a blast there. It's not a pool, it's just like there's a little slide. And then, but there are pools on the other side. So if you see, I'm just panning back and forth. I always say you don't have to walk far to find a bar. There's always a bar somewhere. There's the sandbar. And then just walking right over to the other side, there's a pool. On this side, you can see the slides up there. This is towards the forward or the front of the ship. And this is just from the left of where I was standing. On the right side, this is looking down on Central Park area. I'll show you that in a minute. So on the right side and the left side, they both have pools and hot tubs right there. And then I'll show you going back, looking back towards the aft or the back of the ship. On the left side here, you have that splash away bay for the kids. And then on the right side, you have another hot tub and pool there. So I went up one deck so you can see it from a little bit higher. And then right up there is where the Windjammer is. And these are the suites up here, kind of like the suite rooms. If you ever got a suite. There's another bar. Can't walk far before you find a bar. All right, now let's go back down one level, and I'll show you, I'll kind of walk more towards the forward here. And on each level, they have these neat little models that can show you exactly what is on each level. And so you can see, which level do I need to go to, or where am I at? Okay, we're right here on 15. Let's go check out the video arcade. And in the sports area, they also have this little map here that kind of shows where everything is on that level. But again, let's go check out the arcade here. The arcade is pretty nice. I mean, it does cost, and it just taps your CPAS card, so it charges to your room. But they have many different games in here, different prizes that the kids can win. And so this could be a good time for the family if you wanted to pick a time to coming here. I would just say if you have kids with you, make sure you don't just give them free reign with the card, because you'd have a charge to your room. Speaking of teenagers and spending money, and there is a teenage area, 13 to 17 area that's just for the kids. It's closed right now, obviously. But let's go back down one level. I want to show you something that's pretty unique, what they're doing to really get away from people saving the chairs a lot. Obviously, this is a port day, so there's not a lot of people on board, but hold that thought. Don't try to save your seats. All right, so going towards the forward, we're gonna head towards the Solarium here. There is a hot tub right up here on the left. It kind of overhangs the side of the ship. It's pretty cool. But let's go into the Solarium. This is an adult only area, so you won't see kids running around. It is, some of them are climate controlled. This one is open to the open air. There is a place to eat, kind of like it's a Solarium cafe, kind of like a Windjammer or buffet that's up front. And there are many different places to just hang out. There are hot tubs, no pools in the Solarium, just hot tubs. But looking up towards the front, you can kind of look out, and it actually looks over the helicopter pad. Now, some places, some ships, you can get to the helicopter pad, not on an Oasis class ship, as far as I understand. But there is this little walkout area where you can come out to the front. It gets pretty windy here, but it's great to just watch and look out while you're sailing. And then there is this one part right here where it has glass, and you're like walking off the edge to look down. Great photo opportunity though, right there. So you'll want to be up here at some point during your cruise. All right, let's head over to the Windjammer, so I could show you just kind of the buffet. So whenever you walk in, there's going to be a hand washing station. So the first thing you do is wash your hands. Then you grab your plate, some silverware, and then just grab some food, load it up, and you can make sandwiches. There was some fruit there. This is breakfast time, so there's breakfast, but there would be lunch foods here and all kinds of stuff that you could just choose and just make yourself. All right, so that's deck 15. Again, you can see next to the elevators, they have these signs as well. It kind of says, okay, what's on each deck and where are we going? So you can see there's a lot of staterooms, but we're going to go to Central Park.
And I always suggest, going down the stairs, up the elevator. Sometimes you have to wait a while for the elevator, so sometimes it's just great if you're going down, just to go down the stairs, up the elevator. You could go up the stairs if you want to get a workout, but going down the stairs is the way to go. So I'm going to deck 8 to look at the Central Park area.
And again, at the elevator area, you can always just check and see, okay, what is this? Okay, we're at Central Park area. All right, check it out. And we are going to head out here. Now, this is one of my favorite spots on an Oasis class ship. It's like being on land, but you're not actually on land. So Central Park, it is amazing.
All right, it's important to know that the Oasis class ships are the ones that have the Central Park area. I was up there looking down before, up at the sports deck, and this is where we're at. And this is all live plants, real trees, over 200 real trees, and it really feels like you're at a park and outdoors. And they have a lot of specialty restaurants in here, and really cool. I'm gonna show you, I'm gonna walk it right here.
This is definitely a place that you'll at least want to have an evening stroll or just spend the day in the park on a sea day. It is very tranquil. I just really love it.
And they really thought of everything, because you can hear the birds chirping, and at night you can hear the insects. But the thing is, there are no birds, there are no insects. It's all with these speakers that are just like a surround sound kind of speaker, and it's very awesome. And so great place to just chill, hang out. They usually have some, like a classical guitar playing goes over the loudspeakers here, and there's great opportunities for pictures as well. So you can see right here, you could take a picture next to the rose heart glasses. And so that is Central Park. Let's see where we're gonna go next.
All right, so let's look at the other side here on deck 6, down a couple. We're gonna go look at the Vitality at Sea Spa and Fitness Center. So in the fitness center, they have a bar for like protein drinks. They have places where you can do pedicures, manicures, hang out, and just and then of course work out. And this is really cool. Now this is a port day, so it's not that busy, but just to be able to be on a treadmill. Now you can either walk the track, but check out this treadmill and look at this view when you'd be on the treadmill. They have some row machines and different other workout machines. I mean, there's plenty of machines, and it does get pretty busy in the morning. So, you know, depending on how early you work out, or if you want to work out later in the afternoon, definitely there would be plenty of time and space to work out. Or you could just take the stairs like I often talk about. And there is a track down one level, and that's going to the track. I'll show you that in a minute, but wanted to show you. So the gym's on one side and the spa is on the other, and you can always ask to get a spa tour. And coming right out, you look over the promenade.
All right, now I was just right up there at the gym area, and I came down to this level. The Royal Theater is 2 levels, and it is in the forward or the front of the ship. And so we're in the promenade, which I like to call the mall. And you see there, right up there is where the Central Park area was. And this, we're gonna walk this, and then we'll go up one more level, and then I'll show you the boardwalk, the outdoor kind of carnival aqua theater area. But let's walk the mall, the promenade. Here we go.
All right, so on air is a karaoke bar, and it is a fun time for all. And so right up here's the stages. It has the words on the screen, not only for you but for everybody watching. And you pretty much go over here when it's open and pick a song and then sign up for a time, so you can have your own show time on the ship. And the Boleros is a Latin themed bar, and they have music and dancing in there, and there's a giant statue that turns. And then you have different shops. So there's a lot of jewelry shops, perfume shops. There are different places you could buy watches and anything. They have specials up here in the front, and then there's another jewelry store there. And then we also have the this is where you'll find the pizza. So the pizza is, and I think it's open 24 hours or at least really late. So Port Merchants is a good place to get anything that you need. They do have all kinds of stuff in there. And then there's another bar, and then you have the next cruise area coming up right here on the left. And then on the right, you have the next cruise area. I'll show you up there in just a second. But you have the Promenade Cafe and Kate Spade. You have guest services, and you have the Schooner Bar up there on that next level. They do a lot of trivia at the Schooner Bar. Then there's a floating bar right here. It's called Rising Tide, and so it goes up to the Central Park, and then it comes down to this level. It takes about an hour, I think, to do that. And then there is the Bionic Bar, which is, this is like robots that make drinks for you. And so you have all the drinks up here, and they just make all the drinks. It's a pretty cool experience if you ever try that.
All right, now let's head up one level to go to the boardwalk. Here we go.
All right, before we get up to the boardwalk, I want to show you this area here called Focus. This is where you can check on your pictures and your photos that you've been taken with the crew. You just swipe your card and it'll show you all that. You can buy cameras, Polaroids, or have accessories for your GoPro, or even buy a GoPro. If you forget a charger, there's chargers for your phones and different things up here as well. So that's looking over the promenade. And don't forget the Schooner Bar. They have lots of trivia in there. There's the loyalty desk if you have any questions about your Crown and Anchor Society. And then don't forget the little models, so you can see where you are on the ship, but also where you're going. So here you are. And where are we going? we're going to the boardwalk. And the boardwalk area is a fun time. It reminds me of like Santa Cruz Beach Boardwalk. It's like an outdoor thing, and there are a lot of kids that go to this area, and these are only on Oasis class ships. Now, we are at a port day, so most people are off the ship, and that's why I chose to do the tour during this time, so it's not as crowded. But coming out, you see the carousel there. You see Zoltar right there. Zoltar, you can always ask Zoltar, should I get a Starbucks? Because it's not included in the coffee package or any drink package. Starbucks is always extra when you're on the ship. A little pointer there. There's a dog house where you can get some hot dogs, and then they also have some other shops here. Another arcade area here, and I think that is, of course, the carousel that I'm walking next to. You can't miss that. It's right in the middle. They do have the shop. The shop is where you can get anything Royal Caribbean right there. And so that's a great place to go if you want something for a souvenir from the ship or from Royal Caribbean. There is a Latin inspired restaurant and bar here. It does cost extra for the restaurant. That's something to know. And there's the Abyss slide. Remember, we were way up there. Wow, that's a tall slide. And then Johnny Rockets. It's extra for Johnny Rockets, except for on sea days. You can actually get breakfast there for no charge, so it's pretty awesome. There's a little climbing area for the kids. That's always fun for them. And this is going out to the Aqua Theater area. If you're ever on an Oasis class ship, make sure to watch one of the Aqua shows. They are absolutely amazing. And so you can see that there is rock climbing walls on each side here. So on this side, sometimes they open one side, sometimes they open both. But I want to give you a little pointer if you're ever wanting to watch a show and you can't find a seat. Right up here at the rock climbing area, you can actually go up there, stand there, and watch the show, which is a great view as well. And so, speaking of a show, see that zip line? That's a zip line that goes over. That's the boardwalk. But on deck 5, there's also the dining room and the walking track. So let me show you that really quick. So right up there is the walking track, but let's go check out the dining room. I want to show you that really quick. There's a couple different levels, and each level has its own theme, and you don't really get to choose your level. It's just based on your reservation, but you do get to choose a time that you can eat. You can either do what's an early dining, which is like 5:15, an 8:30, which is late dining, or you could do my time dining. But if you ever do my time, you have to wait just like you're at a restaurant. So I don't know if that's a great option. All right, here's the track. The track, speaking of food, walk off your food, look at some great views while you're on the walking track. Going towards the aft or the back of the ship is a great place. I really love it when walking the track or running the track just at sea and being able to look out and check out the color of this water. It's amazing. This is in Cozumel, Mexico right now. There are also, for service animals, there is a place for the dogs, the litter box, and so, all right, let's get to level 4, the casino. All right, I have a video where I toured the casino. I'm not going to do that in this video, so you can check that out right up there. But let's once you go through the other side of the casino, you get to the art kind of gallery, and there's an art show. I would always recommend doing an art show, and just learning a lot about art is just amazing. And so that's with Park West, and so it is a great experience. And just seeing the art, like whenever you look at art, like this art with this champagne like pouring, but it's actually a girl or lady dancing. It's just really cool to see artwork that's really awesome like that. So always check out an art show, because I think like it you will. All right, so there is Studio B, which is an ice skating ring And they have ice skating shows in there. And then there's the Diamond Club. Now, not everybody can get in the Diamond Club. You have to be a Diamond member. But let me show you, just so you can see what it's like in there. You have to scan your card to get in if you're a Diamond or above. And so I think that's 80 points or more with the Crown and Anchor Society. So this is really cool. Comfy chairs, nice place to hang out. And they also have a coffee machine for lattes, cappuccinos, and all kinds of stuff like that. And it is definitely worth, because you don't have to get a coffee package anymore, and that saves you a couple $100 each cruise. And then they do have snacks often, but they also have hors d'oeuvres during the day. On the other side is the attic. It is the comedy club, if you would, and so that's a hopping place down here on level 4 towards the forward, and that goes up to the Promenade. And then Jazz on 4 used to be in most of the Oasis class ships, but they're switching that over and transitioning to a non-smoking casino down here. And so it doesn't have like craps tables. It does have a few tables and a lot of slot machines. But that is on the Wonder of the Seas, the Harmony of the Seas, and coming soon to the Oasis of the Seas. There is the Royal Theater heading towards the front, and look at this view, looking straight up. Oh my goodness, this is a big ship.
All right, most other floors are just staterooms, but I'm gonna show you what that's like right now. Just if you were to go to your stateroom, and I'll show you how that works. Loud music. All right, last but not least, let's find out about what the staterooms look like. Pretty much as far as finding your stateroom, it's just like when you go into an elevator and get to a floor on a hotel or resort. The forward is the front, the aft is the back, and you can see the rooms. All right, now this is the Oasis class ships. So a lot of the Oasis class ships are gonna look very similar to this. If you wanted to try another class ship or know the difference between all the classes of ship, watch this video here. I have a live video that I did where it talked about all of the different classes of ships so that you can try each class and not find yourself on the same ship over and over. Because even though they have different names, if they're the same class, they're probably the same ship. Or very close, very similar. So until next time, we hope to see you cruising and rolling on a craps table soon. See ya.